What's going on, guys? It's Luke here. Gonna run through this trade recap from this one trade today that we took on NQ. Pretty small win today, only making just about 1.2R on this trade, but not a bad setup. Pretty content with how this trade played out. Wish I would have been able to catch it higher, but the rest of our position got stopped out break even. So let's get into this recap though. So starting on the higher time frame, we had, everything was just looking bullish. And for me personally, I wanted to see how price was going to react off of this 4-hour FVG right here. So if we want to respect this FVG, I wanted to see continuations up to this pre-market high and then, potentially up from here. Because if you look on the daily, we're approaching kind of these 4-hour highs, this daily high. Overall, we're extended though. So if this 4-hour FVG ended up getting flipped to the downside, I wasn't opposed to taking shorts down to take out the Asia low and then the previous day low and all that stuff like that, right? So anyway, after market open, price came down and respected within this 4-hour FVG, and it also respected within this small 1-hour FVG right here. So from here, price obviously bounced up and we had this nice bullish close on the 15, which led us into the news. So thankfully, we were able to catch an entry post news, because if you look at we had news at 10 o'clock, which was just orange folder, but it still pushed price up pretty high, which actually ended up taking out these lower time frame highs right here. And I was thinking that honestly price was just going to rip up from there and not give me an entry. But luckily we were able to catch a pullback here, right? So on the 5-minute, we ended up getting a nice break of structure, and then price pulled back into this 5-minute bullish fair value gap right here on this wick down right here. And from here, I look to scale down. So if we put the replay tool back, I'll show you guys what ES was kind of doing at this same time. So at the same time, ES had already swept out its draw on liquidity, which was the start or filled in the daily FVG. So if we zoom back out on the daily, we could see that we had this daily fair value gap over here, and the start of it was what I had marked out for the draw on liquidity. So ES had already taken it out, and then it pulled back and was respecting a 5-minute bullish FVG as well. So I was kind of watching between both pairs. And if I seen ES kind of start breaking below this, then I would have kind of scrapped the idea for longs on NQ. And then I would have kind of viewed it more like an SMT. But I seen that ES was respecting this gap. NQ was respecting this gap. And I wanted to see price come up and at least take out this pre-market high. So again, we had a 5-minute shift in order flow. We broke structure. We retraced into this 5-minute FEG. And then I scaled down to the 1 minute and I'm looking for entries. So this right here was my exact entry. So basically on the 1 minute, we had a push down, and we also respected this 1-minute FEG and this 1-minute FEG. So we respected both of these right here on this candle down. Then from here, we had a 1-minute break of structure, which also invalidated this bearish FEG on the 1 minute right here. So we had an inverse fair value gap close above, and we had a break of structure after tapping into a 1-minute FEG and respecting the 5-minute FEG. We had a 5-minute break of structure. We're reacting off of that 4-hour and hourly inbounds. Order flow is bullish. Just to make the risk to reward a little bit better, I would have preferred to have my stop loss below this 5-minute FEG, but I ended up just putting it below the first candle of this 1-minute FEG right here, just below this body, just to kind of give it a little bit of breathing room and just a little bit of extra like insurance, I guess you could say. So this gave us about a 1.2R up to the pre-market high, which was, if we zoom out, which was just this hourly high right here. And then I basically took majority off here because at this point it was 10:30 and I didn't like the way price was chopping to the upside. We had that big bullish candle that broke to the upside, and I ended up moving my stop loss to break even at that point. And I took majority of the trade off, at like about 75% of the trade off, and then I left the rest to run. We ended up pushing past again, and then price came down and ended up taking us out break even. And since then it's moved on. Again, next draw on liquidity would have been all the way up to these distant highs up here. But, we ended up catching a move regardless and getting out of the trade by 11:30. It's like, I don't really want to be in the market. If price is going to do something like this, it's clearly just a manipulation leg. And I'm just happy to walk away with some profits. So that's going to wrap it up for this one, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Until the next one, give me a like, subscribe, comment on the video, follow me on Twitter. The link in the description if you guys want to support the channel. Until the next one, I'll see you guys then. Peace.